the number one thing, 95% of the time, when you go to an accountant's website, you're looking for one piece of information. Do you know what that is? I'll give you a hint. Phone number. Very good. I've done this in a millennial presentation before. They had no idea what I was talking about. Never saw. Yeah, it's like... So, when you go to an accountant's website, it's the phone number that they're looking for, yet you won't see it there. Yeah, there's a contact us, but imagine if that shrinks down on a mobile device and you're trying to thumb through. You don't want to make people think. So I want you all to think about and write down for a second, what are one or two critical pieces of information that need to be on your website where you don't want people to have to scroll to find it? It's difficult to collect information because they think we're going to spam them and such. So a couple of best practices on that. Number one is the more fields you ask for, the less likely they are to do it. So instead, just ask for a few. Name, email address, maybe phone number. And another best practice is give something away in return for their information. Because the more compelling you can give them of a white paper or a discount or something that you can give, the more opt-ins you're going to get. And then keep in mind, once you collect that information, you control the relationship, and then you can stay top of mind and be able to... And this goes for major companies, this goes for small businesses, doesn't matter. We all need to stay top of mind with our clients and prospects. They may not be in buy mode today, but they may be in buy mode down the road. Mobile friendly. Now let me be very clear on this. In 2014, I was saying important to be mobile friendly. I encourage being mobile responsive. In 2015 and beyond, I demand that you are mobile responsive. What that means is when somebody goes to your website, the algorithm changes, the functionality changes so that it makes it thumb friendly. Okay, does that make sense? When we're done, what I want you to simply do is go to your website via your phone and see if it's thumb friendly. It changes. The icons, it's like using your iPhone. It's thumb friendly. That's what you want. As a matter of fact, search engines are starting to penalize businesses and companies when they're not mobile responsive because it makes it more difficult for visitors. Okay, so I want you to be mobile responsive. Now, I wouldn't tell you to do something and not tell you how to do it. So the next slide here. So Elance has now changed to Upwork. I'd write down Upwork. It's a great resource for you if you're needing to get web development work done. If you have a local web developer, that's great. If you don't, you can go to Upwork.com, and type in mobile responsive, and there will be thousands of people who are more than willing to redesign your site and make it mobile responsive. Now look at their examples on there so that you can see whether or not you want to work with them or not. Does that make sense? Instead of fearing negativity, I want you to be proactive in getting champion reviews. And here's why. People are much more motivated when they are unhappy than when they're happy. Is that fair? Like, you know, when people are fired up about a customer service issue or whatever, they jump online and they just bah, 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 bah. But when we're happy, we're like, oh man, I am going to say something about that business or that service or that company, and then life gets busy and you forget. So what we need to do is when you start hearing thank you so much, your service, your product, whatever the case may be, top notch, love you to death, you need to remind yourself and remind the people that work at your company where you want them to share that online. Never let a verbal testimonial go unwritten. I don't know if there's like double negatives in there, but it doesn't matter. It's tweetable, okay? Never let a verbal testimonial go unwritten, meaning that if somebody tells you a valuable quote or testimonial, get it online. Whether it be a testimonial, whether it be your LinkedIn profile as a LinkedIn recommendation, or whatever the case may be. Don't be so scared of getting those negative reviews, because if you have 25 champion reviews and one crappy review, who's the crazy person? The one, right? But if it's 1 versus 1, then all of a sudden that negative carries a lot more weight. Okay? Make sense? Okay. So the first thing we do every week is we come up with a piece of great content. We answer a question. We solve a problem. We just generate as much freaking value as we possibly can. And let me give you a best practice on that article. Bullets are better than paragraphs. Bullets are better than paragraphs. So we'll do like 7 ways, 6 items, 5 things, whatever the case may be, but we'll start it out, hit the items, and then close it out. But people don't read paragraphs anymore, right? They scan and they read bullets, and that's what they share. If you see all the articles that get shared, it's always 7 ways, 5 things, that type of thing. So we create this great article, this great piece of content. Then we syndicate it on the rest of our social media platforms. Because here's the deal. Not everybody goes to all of our different platforms. So our blog readers aren't our email readers. Our email readers aren't our LinkedIn followers or Facebook followers or Twitter followers. So we chunk up the content and we syndicate it out on the different social networks. Now here's the really cool thing. If you do like 5 tips to whatever, then you can use those 5 tips as your 5 days of social media content. Right? So tip number 1 is Monday, tip number 2 is Tuesday, tip number 3 is Wednesday. You've got that content. You don't have to worry necessarily about constantly coming up with new content every single day. Instead, we focus on our gem, which is our article, and then we publish it out through our different channels. Now, if you really want to get fun and take it to the next level, we'll take our blog article and we'll turn it into an Instagram infographic. So we'll use images, right? So instead, all the tips become little cool little bubble images, and we'll create an infographic out of it. Same content, used differently. Video. Okay, so let's go to video for a second. I'm very bullish on video moving forward. It's a huge way people are learning and gaining value. So we'll take our article and we'll use it as a script, and we'll create a video out of it. We'll do a little interview maybe with the content expert, or we'll just have somebody, talking through the video, whatever the case may be. Let me give you one other piece of best practice on videos. Nowadays, you don't always want to just put it on YouTube. Did you know that? What other source do you want to put it on besides YouTube to get as much bang for your buck as you possibly can? Facebook. Why is that? Facebook videos get shared a lot more because it opens up on the platform, right? And they actually have seen some data that is proving that they're getting more engagement on that native platform. So what we do is we mix it up. Some go on YouTube, some go on Facebook. But just remember that you can put them on both, and you'll see some different results when you do it. That make sense? It's all about syndicating that great content and getting as much bang for your buck as you possibly can. Our other largest client, he's actually from Alabama. He owns a bathroom remodeling company here. He called me up one day, and he said, and he's one of our largest clients, okay? So like when he calls, I answer. And he said, Corey, he's got this kind of gruff voice. He said, before we get started, I need to talk to you about something. And I was like, I never like to hear that, it's like made me nervous. And he said, I just want to let you know how great it is to see you as a dad on Facebook. And I was like, thanks, Terry. And then he said, it makes me enjoy doing business with you even more. And that shouldn't surprise too many of you in this day and age. It's cool to do business with people that you like and that you have a commonality with. Terry's a dad, and there's that common interest. Now, does it save the business if we suck at what we do? No. But does it help build relationships and strengthen relationships? Absolutely. So I challenge you to think about it. Think about it for your company. So the red ball here, so you're going to stand up, say your name, or the company that you're with, and then you're going to say one thing that you learned today, okay? Just one thing, and I'll let you think about it. And then you're going to toss this to somebody else.
And I learned that I need to probably be more personal with my clients with my Facebook, because I've kind of
separated them. That's perfect. Now you're going to hold your string just like you're doing, because here's the deal, folks. If you throw this without holding this string here, exercise sucks. So you're going to hold this string. All right, now give her a target. Look at that.
Oh,
Thank
wow.
you, Kathy. Boom. Boom. Perfect. So the yellow ball is going to be what social media or digital platform you're going to prioritize. Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram. Could be email. Could be blog, video. What do you think?
Facebook.
Boom. And guess what? There is no wrong answer here. So there you go. This is improv. So now you're going to give him a target to throw. So there we go, right here. Perfect. We'll get it there. You can have a seat. Who else? Oh, we have a blue ball over here. So anything out there that would be of value to your network, what would one thing be that would educate your consumers?
Okay, I would say probably more about the different types of insurances and more about each different.
The different products, because we're clueless,
Yes.
right? And you've got all that knowledge in your head. Everybody hold your string up for a second. Just want to show everyone that we created a web presence. Give yourselves a hand. Congratulations. Yeah, we created a full-on web presence. Good.